Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Nadia Aulia Sabrina from Y1B class. And then I would like to say thank you to Mr. Andy who taught us for one semester in basic speaking course. And my goal in making this video entitled The Most Memorable Moment is to fulfill my final exam score. So here is my story. If we talk about the most memorable moment, most of people will tell an experience that made them happy, love, funny, and so on. But maybe my story is a little bit different because it will give you a new knowledge to be more careful and be aware. Maybe some of you have already know or experienced this, but I would like to remind you again that the scammers are still hanging around. So guys, I will tell you about how I almost got scammed by the foreigner. For me, this is my most memorable moment in my life because it just happened a week ago. It all started when foreigners followed me on my Instagram. Usually I don't follow back or respond people I don't know, but for some reason, at that time, I thought there was nothing wrong with adding friends from other countries or to expanding my networks of friends. So I followed him back. After that, he sent me a direct message. He greets me like, "Hello, how are you doing?" like that. And I think it's normal to ask questions like that. So and also I haven't felt anything strange at first. And then he also said that he is from Singapore and currently works and lives in London. And he told me about his father. He said that his father died in the war and his mother also died in a car accident. Even I'm not asking about his parents. I mean, like, I don't care about your parents, but he told me by himself. So I tried to trust him. Because I'm very serious about him, I decided to look his profile picture on his account. He was wearing a suit from luxury brands, and also I checked his Instagram posts. He was wearing clothes from a luxury brand, and there is also the photos of food, and I think it is from the luxury restaurant. Not only that, I also checked the date of his photo post and the number of his photo likes. Since he had about 1,000 followers, I was more serious about who he was following, like his friends, his circle, something like that. But I could tell that he was just buying followers. Why? Because his followers were mostly from Indonesia. I think this is a strange thing. What do you think, guys? He was said that he was from Singapore and he works and lives in London, but his followers were mostly from Indonesia. I think it's very strange. But as for me, I was suspicious about him. We continue our conversation. He asked me the basic questions like, what is my job? Where do I live? What do I do for a living? My age, my religion, my status if I single or married. At this point, do you feel there is anything weird questions? Exactly. He asked me about the sensitive questions like my age, my religion, and status, which usually foreigners are very sensitive about this topic. And again, I became more suspicious and serious about this person. After 3 days, I chat with him. He told me about his life. And if I think about it logically, it doesn't make sense, He said to me that he was a project manager at a company in London. But when I asked him what company, he didn't answer me. And he also said that he was in a contract. And if he won the contract, he would get $18 million and be able to build his own company. And on the next day, he said to me that he won the contract. So I was like, what? How could he won the contract that quickly? I mean, like, if he was a successful businessman, he wouldn't be friends with a random people like me. I mean, like, the businessman usually, they has their own circles. Yeah, something like that. Do you know what happened after he announced that he won the contract? Yeah, he said that he was interested in me and wanted to build a serious relationship with me. Yeah, he had no religion and he willing to join to my religion. And he also said that he will come to Indonesia next month. Isn't it too fast? So yeah, I couldn't believe what he was saying. It sounded like nonsense for me. After 4 days of chatting, my suspicion grew. I started to analyzing his typing, and it was like he using Google Translate or just copy and paste the text because he already had the format. So yeah, not only the typing, I also saw the time when he chat me. It always at the same hour and minute as already said, I guess. My detective soul appeared. I tracked his name on the internet, but I found nothing. I also checked his photos on his Instagram, and yeah, I found it. It was not him. He took the other people's photos. Either way, it's not the real one. It's so horrible. After I found out that he was a scammer, I immediately blocked his account. And I'm very grateful that I didn't fall into his trap. What will happen if you fall into his trap? So yeah, he might send you an item from a luxury brand and it's being held by the bea cukai. So you have to pay for it if you want it. Or he might say he is coming to your country, but he cannot get out from the airport because he doesn't have the money. So you have to pay for it if you want to meet him. From what I know, most of the victims are women. Why? Because women are mailed easily by the sweet words of men. Am I right? Especially if the man tell the woman if he has a financial stable. And yeah, this is the end of my story, my most memorable moment in my life. In conclusion, we have to be careful with a strangers or a person or people you don't know who suddenly contact you on social media, because it could be that they are running a scam. Thank you.